Oh, Entschuldigung, meine Ding war aus und jetzt kann ich für unsere Mathematik für dich und jetzt wir müssen ein bisschen von die Tangent-Formulas lernen und hoffentlich du kannst von mir etwa... Oh, wait, hold on, we're in English. Oh, sorry, that was for my German people, my German peeps. I was doing some German videos earlier. I thought I was doing a little German video there. I'm just kidding, man. Ich kann Deutsch reden. I can speak German just a little bit. Nur ein bisschen. Aber für dich muss in English reden. For you, I gotta speak in English. I know what I was talking about if I drank a little bit more of Brugger's coffee. By the way, Brugger's, not feeling the love here, kid. Send some cash, bro. Now, what you're probably wondering is, why is there not an equal sign there? I have no idea. So yesterday we talked about the fact that you have to learn. This is day 2, by the way. Yesterday we talked, if you didn't really watch day 1, if you don't know what the heck's going on, watch day 1. But yesterday we talked about the fact you have to memorize these. So let's see how quickly you could go through them. I'll give you 30 seconds. Stop looking at me. Just kidding. Come on, you should be done. All right, so let's do them. You probably waiting for me anyway. Let's see. Tangent of 60, square root of 3. So let me go through all the 60s. This is 60. 240. It's in the it's in the third quadrant. Still positive. Square root of 3. Oh, look how nice that square root of 3 was. That's it. 45. Ooh, the 45s are fun. They're always 1 or negative 1. That's not. 135 ends in a 5. It's probably right. Oh, yeah. That's in the second quadrant, though, so tangent's negative in the second quadrant. And none of the others. All right. 270. That one's tough. Remember, it's sine over cosine. We talked about this yesterday. This is the same as that 3 pi over 2. We also talked about all the odd pi over 2s are undefined for tangent. Tangent of 330, reference angle of 30 degrees, therefore it's the square root of 3 over 3, but in the fourth quadrant it's negative. Tangent of 360, that's where sine is equal to 0, so that would just be 0. And this has a reference angle of 30 degrees in the second quadrant where it's also negative, radical 3 over 3, but negative. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the sum and difference formulas for tangent. Now by now you should be pretty good at going, oh yeah, this is really tangent of, oh look, 45. It's almost all, like I can't even remember an example I have given you that didn't have 45. 45 plus what? Oh, 210. So this is equal to cosine 40. Wait, sine 40. I don't know what it's equal to. I have no idea what it's equal to. Oh, I got a formula sheet. Whoa, fraction. Got a fraction. I was not swearing. I was just saying fraction. Here we go. Tangent of a plus b is tan a plus tan b over minus. So I always remember for the tan, it's plus plus. You don't have to memorize it. It's on your formula sheet. But in order to save myself some time, I memorize that it's the tans on top, the minus on the bottom, and then I go from there. So this is equal to tangent of the first angle, which is 45 degrees, plus tangent of the second angle, which is 210 degrees. 1 minus tangent of the first angle, which is 45 degrees, times tangent of the second angle, which is 210. Freaking annoying, Krause. Alright, so the tangent of 45, we know that's 1. Plus, now 210. 210 has a reference angle of 30. Oh, gosh, could I have been more disgustingly mean to you guys? Square root of 3 over 3. You're going to see why that's a problem in about 30 seconds. I'm going to eat some burgers to get through this problem. So this is 1 minus 1 times radical 3 over 3. So my not final answer is 1 plus radical 3 over 3 all over 1 minus radical 3 over 3. Oh my gosh, that's obnoxious. Now, let's make life a little easier. Let's think about this as being a complex fraction. So make these 1 over 1. 1 over 1. If I wanted to eliminate this as being a complex fraction, wouldn't I just multiply everything through by 3? And I can do that because I'm multiplying the top by 3 and the bottom by 3. So on this one, on the top, or on the numerator, I get 3 plus, and these 3's cancel. Radical 3. And on the bottom, I get 3 minus radical 3. We're not done! I told you I was not being nice to you all. I'm just not even kidding, man. I'm just not being nice to you right at the way at the beginning. Dad, wake up. It's early in the morning. You should be awake. All right. It's my first set class, right? I think I'm harassing my first set class. So, hopefully by now, Banano's in the room. Mr. Hunter. I know, JK. You too. You're Mrs. 110. All right, so we got 3 minus radical 3. Wait, hold on. Don't we have to multiply by the conjugate? And isn't the conjugate of the denominator 3 plus radical 3? Well, yes, Mr. Kraus, you are correct. Well, then in the numerator, I just get 3 plus radical 3 squared. I'm not going to double distribute that out. Why? It would be a mess and a monumental waste of my time. Now, because I'm a smart student, at least some of you are, I'm going to multiply these two together, which gives me 9. I'm not going to worry about the insides and outsides because they're going to cancel. And I multiply these two together, and I get minus 3. So my final answer is, yes, this is the final answer, 3 plus radical 3 squared all over 6. Done. There it is. Wow, that was seriously ugly. And looking at this mug, I know ugly. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness. Let's do this one. We're going to do tangent of a plus b. So tangent, this one's not going to be fun. So pay attention. Keep up with the old man. Tangent of a plus b. Not that guy. He's sleeping. You just put it's like awesome parenting. You throw in the video and you fall asleep, and you hope your kids are tuned in so that you can just get a little cat nap in. And when you're that age, you need your cat naps. I'm just kidding, Dad. You spring chicken. Sorry, too much coffee. Burgers. Have a little cash. All right, here we go, kids. Same formula. It's, what was it? Tan A plus tan B. Of course, if you forget, you can always just go to your formula sheet. It's right there. 1 minus tan A, tan B. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bust out the red pen because that's the cooler looking pen. And I'm going to put some parentheses, 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 plus parentheses, 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 plus parentheses. Not parentheses there. My goodness. Got into parenthesis hell there for a second. 1 minus parentheses, 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 parentheses. Cha-ching! Let's see. Oh yeah, I seriously must hate you kids, because I just gave you like the hardest problem ever. Like I don't even know. I'll put this on a test probably someday because I don't really like you guys. Because I didn't give you tangent A, I didn't give you tangent B. The only thing I obnoxiously gave you was this and this. Now the cool thing is, do you see 5 and 17, 15 and 17? We've done those a million times. 3, 4, and 5 over here. You know it's a 3, 4, 5. You know this is an 8, 15, 17. We've done it a million times. But let's talk about where these things are. Angle A is in the first quadrant, so we're going to draw a triangle in the first quadrant. We know that sine of A is 15 over 17. And if I do a little bit of math, I can find out that this is 8. So the tangent of A is 15 over 8. So I'm going to come up here, go 15 over 8, 15 over 8. And now we're going to do B. We'll bust out the black. Now B is in quadrant 3. Notice it says right here it starts at pi and ends at 3 pi over 2. That puts it in quadrant 3. So I will draw a triangle in quadrant 3. This is B. Now this is why I was laughing, because they gave you secant of B is equal to -5 over 4. Well, isn't secant just the reciprocal of cosine? So cosine would be of B would be -4 over 5. And I know a lot about cosine. That's -4 over hypotenuse of 5. And with a little bit of work, I'll find out that this is 3. I don't have to do any work. That's a 3, 4, 5 right triangle Pythagorean triple. And you should know Pythagorean triples by now. Wait a second, though. I am in the third quadrant, and I know that tangent is positive in the third quadrant, so I will put 3/4 here and 3/4 here. Because really this is a -3, because we're going down. And it's -3 over +4, opposite over adjacent, 3/4. And then I will take this whole thing and type this into my calculator. So I'll start with control division. And I will do, let's see, parentheses, control division, 15 over 8. Make it look nice. Plus, parentheses, control division, 3 over 4. 3 over 4. All over. Let me show you. I'm going to show you another way to do this one. I'll do it on the next one. I'll do it on this one. 1 minus parentheses, control division, 15 over 8. I'm just going to leave it like this. And then parentheses, control division, 3 over 4. I can't tell you how many kids I have seen do this. Don't use parentheses. Think they're going to get it right, and they get some funky looking thing. Make sure this is exactly what you look like, and yes, that is the answer, -84 over 13. Don't forget, tangent is allowed to be bigger or smaller than negative or +1. So -84 over 13. Sick answer, Krause. Love that problem. Let's try this one. Maybe, just maybe I was nicer. I have no idea what the double angle formula is for tangent, but I know as soon as I see this, you better pop on over and check that formula sheet out. Yeah, just as I thought. 2 tangent A minus, what do we got? 1 minus 2 sine 2, 1 minus tangent squared A. I knew that. So it's 2 parentheses minus 1 minus something squared. What is that something? Oh, no, I wasn't nice to you. Angle A is in quadrant 3. So I need to figure out what is tangent. Well, I know tangent in quadrant 3 is positive, so I know this is going to be positive. Oh, my light. Did you guys just see that? I almost knocked my light over. Cosine is -24 over 25. Now, if you do a little bit of work, or you've already memorized this, you know this is going to be a -7. And I say negative only because we're coming in the downward direction. I just knocked my camera. Just want to make sure I'm good. Oh yeah, looking good. Okay, so opposite over adjacent, 7 over 24, and it's positive in this quadrant. 7 over 24, and I type all of that obnoxious stuff into my calculator. Control division, 2 parentheses, control division. What was it? 7 over 24. 7 over 24, all over 1 minus parentheses, control division, 7 over 24 squared. And I get 336 over 527. This is one of those ones where you'll never know if your right answer. 336 over, was it 527 or something like that? I mean, like, yeah, that's exactly what I thought the answer was going to be. All right, let's do this one. I I gotta move it up because otherwise my big fat head will be in the way. Big head should be right about over here somewhere. Right here. Big head. Anybody checking out the bald? Yeah, let's see how close those arrows are when I might see my head in there. Maybe I'll, well, there's my eyes. Smile, nose, hair. This is me looking at math. Yeah, I know. I'm a heck of an artist. Alright, so tangent of 1/2 x. Let's see if I was a jerk too on this one. Equals, no idea. Let's see if I was a jerk. Tangent 1/2 x. Look at that. Oh my god, I was so nice to you all. Plus or minus 1 minus cosine over 1 plus cosine. So plus or minus. We'll get rid of the minus in a second. I just want to put it on there. It's 1, I don't remember now. Was it 1 minus? It was 1 minus cosine. In this case, we'll use x over 1 plus cosine x. So, since it just wants the positive, we'll get rid of that negative. So we'll just do the square root of 1 minus over 1 plus, and then I'll figure out what that is. Oh, look, they already gave it to us. I was so nice. Negative 7 over 18. And then negative 7 over 18. Don't forget to put those signs in, please. Now, because this is a square root and they want to find the positive value, I should have said exact. Should have said exact, because exact means we're not putting that radical in our denominator. We're going to come over here. We're going to clear all this crap out. And you clear it out. And then we'll go, okay, control division. I'm not putting the radical in. 1 minus parentheses, control division, negative 7 over 18 all over 1 plus parentheses, control division, 7 over 18. Yes, the parentheses take a little extra time. Do it. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Let's try that again. This is a negative. Negative 7. Enter. There it is. 25 over 11. So go back to my drawings. I get equal to the square root of 25 over, 11, which is equal to the square root of 25 over the square root of 11, which is equal to 5 over radical 11. And when I multiply by radical 11 over radical 11, I get 5 radical 11 over 11. Yeah, these are not going to be as easy as the other ones are. They require definitely some more coffee. Let me get rid of my sick drawing. Let's try the exact value of tangent of 75. Oh. All right, so, oh my gosh. So this is equal to the tangent of 45 plus 30. So this is equal to tangent 45 plus tangent of 30 all over 1 minus tangent of 45 times tangent of 30. Anybody else annoyed? And I know that because if I come over here, boom, 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 there it is. Plus on the top, multiply on the bottom with a minus. So now I'll replace everything with my parentheses. Parentheses plus parentheses, 1 minus parentheses, and parentheses. Bust out the green, get a little Christmassy color. Let's see, the tangent of 45. Oh, 1. The tangent of 30. Crap. Radical 3 over 3. 1, radical 3 over 3. So in the numerator, I end up with 1 plus radical 3 over 3. And the denominator, I end up with 1 minus radical 3 over 3. I think we already did this earlier. You could go back, or you could use this as a time to practice. We're going to multiply, make them all fractions, multiply everything through by 3. So I get 3 plus radical 3. Remember, these 3's cancel. All over 3 minus radical 3. And then, I think we rationalized this earlier. I think we ended up with, let's just make sure, I know it was 3 plus radical 3 squared over 6. And that's what we ended up with. Don't forget, that's what we ended up with up here, right here. So well, let's not go through that. I don't want to put you through that painstaking. Let's see how. Oh, we're only 20 minutes in. I only got like 3 or 4 questions left. Sweet. You guys might have some time to do some homework. All right, cosine 2 theta. Man. So, tangent of 2 theta. See, I already screwed up. Tangent of 2 theta. I have no idea. I come over here. Tangent of 2 theta. Oh, yeah, that's the 2 tan over 1 tan minus tan squared. So it's 2 tangent of theta over 1 minus tangent squared of theta. Now let me do some replacing with some parentheses. 2 parentheses 1 minus parentheses squared. Don't forget the squared or your burger's coffee. Let's see. 0 to pi over 2, that's in the first quadrant. Tangent's positive in the first quadrant, so I don't have to worry about that. 8 over 17, and I think by now you know this is going to be 15, correct? Crack, 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 and crack. Oh yeah, feels good. So, tangent is opposite over adjacent, 15 over 8. 15 over 8. Now, let me just save you some time. You take out the calculator, you bust it out, it gives you negative 240 over 161. There it is. There she rose. By the way, if you want to know if you got the right answer, check this out. So, I'm going to go back and I want to figure out what theta is. Because I know that cosine of theta is 8 over 17. So I can figure out what theta is by doing inverse cosine of, what was it, 8 over 15? 8 over 17. 8 over divided by 17. So I know that theta is equal to 61.92. So then it's asking for tangent of twice that, so I'm going to multiply by 2. And then I'm just going to take the tangent of that angle. So all I did was find out what the angle is, double it, and I want to take the tangent of it. Well, it's negative 1.49, blah, blah, blah. And I told you the answer was negative 240. Negative 240 divided by 161. And if I did it correctly, these should be out the exact same thing. Or you have to turn it into a decimal, which is sort of annoying. And now they should be the exact same thing. And notice they're the exact same thing. So you could find the angle, double it, and then find the tangent of that. And that's another way to avoid having to use those formulas, but you should know those formulas. If it's a part 2 question or part 3 question, you actually have to show that work. Here we go again. I'll click on that. That's tomorrow's work. Looking fun. There we go. All right, so we're going to do tangent of 1/2. Oh, good. I was nice to you again. So tangent of 1/2 x, if you'll remember, that is 1 minus cosine over 1 plus cosine. I have no idea why I made that. So 1 minus, what was it? 1 minus? 1 minus over 1 plus. 1 minus cosine of x over 1 plus cosine of x. And I want the positive, so we'll stop putting plus and minus, even though I didn't put it there to begin with. 1 minus 7 over 32. Man, was I nice to you on these. Over 1 plus 7 over 32. Now remember, we're not putting the radical in because I didn't say it, but I should say. Maybe yours will when I get to, if I go back to change that, that will say exact. So let's go to the exact. So we're going to do control division 1 minus control division. Forgot to put that in parentheses. I forgot what it was. 7 over 32. 7 over 32. And then 1 plus parentheses control division 7 over 32. Enter. So I get 25 over 39. That's kind of obnoxious. All right, so it's really a square root of 25 over the square root of 39. Let's break it up already. So it's 5 over radical 39, which you guys should be able to recognize. This is 5 square roots of 39 over 39. You should be getting good at that. Shouldn't need to do no work. Okay, 2 left, right? 3 left. Oh. Find the exact value of the tangent of 105. This one's a little bit different, so I'll show you why. Tangent of 105 is 45 plus 60. So this is equal to tangent of 45 plus tangent of 60 all over 1 minus tangent of 45 times the tangent of 60. And let's see. Parentheses, parentheses, plus, parentheses, parentheses, 1 minus, parentheses, 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 parentheses. And you should know these. The tangent of 45, that's what makes these nice. Those are both 1. The tangent of 60 is radical 3 and radical 3. So I end up with 1 plus radical 3 over 1 minus radical 3. And no, we did not do this already. To rationalize this, let's say 1 plus radical 3 in parentheses over 1 minus radical 3 in parentheses. You have to multiply by the conjugate of the denominator. Well, the conjugate of the denominator is 1 plus radical 3. 1 plus radical 3. And in the numerator, I get 1 plus radical 3 squared. And in the denominator, you should know this. We're going to multiply the 1's together, and I get 1. And then we're going to multiply the radical 3's together, and I get negative 3. Ooh, we got to be careful with that. So really what I have is 1 plus radical 3 squared all over negative 2. But you don't want to leave a negative in there, so you just put out front. All right. Oh, I was nice to you. Tangent of 2a is equal to, formula, 2 tan minus 1 minus tan squared. So 2 times tangent 1 minus tangent A squared. We'll skip steps. I know you want to get to your homework. So let's see. The tangent of A is negative 3 over 4. That just goes there. And I bust out the old calculator. Control division. 2 parenthesis. Control division, negative 3 over 4, negative 3 all over 4. And then it's 1 minus, parentheses, control division, negative 3 over 4. Squared. Don't forget the squared. I can't tell you if we can just bam, hit enter before hitting the squared. Enter. Negative 24 over 7. So therein lies an interesting question. My original angle was between pi over 2 and pi. That puts it in the second quadrant, where the lowest could be 90 and the highest could be 180. And even if it was here at 91, it would put it in the third quadrant. So I'm curious why that turned out to be negative. I'm going to have to find that out. I'm not sure why. So leave that as a exercise. Anybody come up with why that's negative or if it should be positive? I got a little bonus for you. So I'll leave that as a bonus assignment for one of you smart people to try to figure out why did that come out to be negative. Because it seems to me if A is in the third quadrant, or in the second quadrant, and it's negative, and I double A, shouldn't that go into the third quadrant and be positive? I think it should. So, a little bonus work for you. Last one, tangent. Let's see how smart you are. I think you guys are smart. I think some of you are smart. Some of you are kind of smart. Notice we have to use cosine. Here's where I'm going to ask you to use your brains. It's plus or minus. Now, because it's acute, even when I take half of it, I'm going to need acute, so I don't need the negative. And it's 1 minus, wasn't it 1 minus? 1 minus cosine over 1 plus cosine. All right, so here's where I want you. This is cosine of A. Here's where I want you to be smart. If, don't yell out the answer. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to think about it. If the sine of A is 3/5, don't yell out the answer, but what would the cosine of A be? I'm waiting. I'm going to wait 30 seconds. I'm going to check my timer. Endorsements. All right, dude, seriously, I'm like ADD, and I know you all have the answer. Isn't it just 4/5? Get rid of that. Isn't it just 4/5? You know that. It's a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. The hypotenuse is 5. That means the other side has to be a 4. So, anyway, let me save you some more time. I typed that in my calculator, and, oh, wait, hold on. I do want to see this. I think this one gives you a weird answer. We'll call this the strange answer. 1 minus parentheses, control, division, 4 over 5 over 1 plus parentheses, control, division, control, oh, I did control minus, that's great, control, division, 4 over 5, enter, all right, so it came out nice, 1/9. If this, by the way, let me just tell you, this is 1/9. And clearly the answer is then is 1/3 because of squares. But if you end up with 0.111111, that's 1/9. If you end up with 0.2222222, that's 2/9. If you end up with 0.3333, that's 3/9. If you end up with 0.4444444, that's 4/9. That's it. Day 2. Done. Just as a forewarning to you all, proofs are coming. Friday, Monday. Don't miss. It's a lot of fun stuff. I like it. Let's see if you like it. I'm also going to teach you a definition of a new word. Perseverance. Persevere. Bye, kids. Have fun storming the castle. Subscribe.